Once upon a time, there lived a ghost. Hi friends, you're watching Movie Reviews with VIKRAM. In this video, I'll be reviewing the Tamil movie VIKRAM. Director Lokesh Kanagaraj has undoubtedly created a magnanimous, a big universe of his own, a stunning and wonderful universe of his own known as Lokesh Kanagaraj Universe LKU from this particular movie. And what a fantastic universe it is, a universe filled with cops, gangsters, crime and lot of guns and knives. Lokesh Kanagaraj is the captain of the ship, the director of the movie. As the captain of the ship, he definitely knew in which direction his ship was heading, towards which destination his ship was heading to that destination which is known as the blockbuster, the greatest blockbuster. VIKRAM is an action thriller, an action movie which has intense components which would keep you hooked and booked and engaged till the last scene of the movie, right from the beginning till the last frame of the movie. You are totally lost in the mesmerizing world of Lokesh Kanagaraj. There is thrill, there is suspense, there is mystery, there is crime, there are cops, there are dreadful gangsters. There are emotions, there are expressions, there is plenty of drama. There are high-octane action sequences, chases, fireworks, face-offs, and many more things. You can also find the regular components, the most important components of Lokesh Kanagaraj movies. The gangsters, the drugs, the guns, more guns, varieties of guns, and a lot of biryani. In this movie, the director Lokesh Kanagaraj connects the story of his own movie Kaiti to that of the story of VIKRAM. And that is simply superb. To understand the movie VIKRAM, to understand its story, you need to watch Kaiti first. Otherwise, definitely you are not going to get continuity in most frames of the movie. And at the end of the movie, in the climax, in the last 10 minutes of the movie, Lokesh Kanagaraj introduces us to yet another wonderful actor, Surya, in the role of Rolex. No spoiler here, everyone knows this here. And then we have the most powerful cast ensemble. We have the Kamal Haasan sir in a fantastic role as VIKRAM. We have Vijay Sethupathi as a notorious criminal. And we have the versatile Fahadh Faasil as an investigator, as a cop. In the first half of the movie, we have many parallel threads running. We have many subplots running parallel to each other. And each thread, each subplot has been handled with utmost precision, and each subplot and each thread is equally interesting and engaging. There are masked assassins killing higher police officials as per their protocol and as per a pattern. Faasil and his team has been entrusted with the job of grabbing these criminals, these masked men. Among the victims of these masked men, there is one odd man out who doesn't fit into the pattern, and that is Kamal Haasan. In between Fahadh Faasil's investigation, we get to see the story of Kamal Haasan, various shades and various layers of the story of Kamal Haasan, through the eyes of Fahadh Faasil, through his investigation, through his lens of investigation. Meanwhile, we have a drug lord, the king of the underworld, the most dangerous and notorious and ruthless criminal, Vijay Sethupathi. We also have his story running parallel to these stories. Apart from this, Fahadh Faasil also has a small love story of his own running parallel to these threads. All these threads, all these subplots meet at a fantastic and mind-blowing interval bank wherein there is a twist in a tale. If you have carefully watched the movie, you would have visualized that coming. I did. Post-interval, the entire movie belongs to Kamal Haasan sir. He takes charge and he moves the story ahead with the story on his shoulders, on his capable and responsible shoulders, towards making the movie a blockbuster. We get to see the past and present story of Kamal Haasan, what exactly he was and what exactly he is, and what sort of mission he is upon. So in the first half, we can see the story of Kamal Haasan as narrated or as visualized by Fahadh Faasil, the investigator. In the second half of the movie, we get to see most of Kamal Haasan being himself. So in the second half, Kamal Haasan breaks out of the story of Fahadh Faasil and his visual perceptions and comes into the real picture and narrates his own story and continues his own story and takes it ahead till the climax. And in the climax, the movie VIKRAM ends with a high-octane action sequence, mind-blowing action sequence for about 15-20 minutes. It will blow away your mind. After this action sequence, the movie gets the introduction of Rolex and Rolex connection to the story. And then we also get a Kaiti connection. And the movie ends by paving its path towards VIKRAM 2. Speaking about Kamal Haasan sir, what to speak about this versatile actor, wonderful actor Kamal Haasan sir is. Kamal Haasan sir gets a big grand dashing entry with the Patala Patala song. And the way Kamal Haasan sir gracefully dances with the precise steps at this particular age is really awesome and a feast to the eyes. Kamal Haasan sir is indeed ageless. In this particular movie, especially in the first half, while Fahadh Faasil is investigating the curious case, we get to see many faces and many layers of Kamal Haasan's character. It is very difficult to figure out whether this man is a good man or a bad, or a transition between good, bad and ugly. Is he a druggie? Is he a womanizer? Is he a culprit? Is he a criminal? Is he a gangster? Is he a family man? Is he an emotional personality? Is he a dreadful criminal? Is he a combination of all these things, or is he something else? These layers, as I already said, are slowly unfolded through the eyes of Fahadh Faasil and his investigation process. In the first half of the movie, we don't get to see plenty of Kamal Haasan, but we get to see the character of Kamal Haasan and different shades and layers of his character being introduced through Fahadh Faasil's eyes and his investigation process. Kamal Haasan sir looks great and fabulous in all those avatars, all those characters, all those layers and all those structures. And he is simply superb in the action sequences, especially the interval one and the climax one. Simply brilliant. As per the demand of the scenes, needless to tell, as always, Kamal Haasan sir has brought out those beautiful emotions and expressions. In the second half of the movie, Kamal Haasan sir just owns the movie and carries it on his shoulders. Coming to Fahadh Faasil has big expressive eyes and that wonderful smile. His face and eyes are so intense and deep that they carry a lot of emotions and expressions. This actor need not do anything. And Fahadh Faasil in this particular movie has been introduced through his eyes. We can see what type of visionary he is, especially in the investigation scenes. He closes his eyes and visualizes everything. His closed eyes and open eyes express millions of expressions and emotions. Fahadh Faasil, fantastic actor. And in the role of investigator and cop, Fahadh Faasil Fafa is simply superb. He has just nailed it. His romantic angle is also wonderful and highly romantic. While he dominates the first half of the movie, Fahadh Faasil's role has been curtailed in the second half. But I am sure Fahadh Faasil will have a big role to play in VIKRAM 2. Now coming to Vijay Sethupathi looks fabulous, intimidating and menacing as the villain of the movie. He gets a shirtless entry and that is simply superb. With those goggles, with those golden teeth and chewing a tablet between his teeth, Vijay Sethupathi looks at his intimidating best. Apart from his sinister jobs, Vijay Sethupathi has a big family of 24 brothers and 3 wives and their families to manage. His mannerisms are superb and his role and his character has been balanced both in first half and second half. His menacing avatar can be seen in the way he ruthlessly kills people at will. His intimidating looks are scary enough. The other supporting actors too have done justice to their roles, be it Chamban Vinod Jose or Narayan or Kalidas Jairam. Anirudh Ravichandar has composed the music and background music of this movie. The background music, especially in the action sequences, is simply brilliant and mind-blowing. The tension and interest in most frames of the movie and also in the action sequences is maintained just because of the brilliant music composition by Anirudh Ravichandar. Anirudh Ravichandar has created different background scores for different characters and each background score is really fabulous and fantastic and mind-blowing. And the BGM which comes at the transition of the scenes and transition of the characters is also fantastic. Anbariu's stunt and action choreography is simply superb. VIKRAM is packed with action sequences, intense action sequences, high octane action sequences, and the effectiveness and the impact of those action sequences in this particular movie, the credit goes to Anbariu. The high octane action sequences at the interval and at the climax are the greatest masterpieces of the action choreography. And look out for that action sequence involving Agent Tina and those 10 to 15 tensive movements around that particular sequence. Simply mind-blowing and one of the fantastic surprises in the movie. The introduction of the spy network in the second half was also really good. The cinematography by Girish Gangadharan is simply superb and mind-blowing, and especially those close camera shots, the zoom-in shots to capture the intense emotions and expressions of the actors and also the cinematography of the action sequences. The editing by Philomen Raj is also superb. Each subplot in the movie looks like a totally different story and each story is interesting. The way all these subplots amalgamate into an engaging story is really fantastic. Engaging screenplay and the art of storytelling is simply superb. Phenomenal. The color gradients, the light mixing, and the shades of black and grey which has been used in the movie to give the movie a raw and rustic look is simply fabulous. The color and the light gradient also gives the movie a gangster aura which is very much required in Lokesh Kanagaraj's movies. And that send off which the director Lokesh Kanagaraj gives you by introducing superstar Surya in the role of Rolex in the climax of the movie is simply mind blowing. Look out for the menacing avatar of Surya and the background music which plays with his entry. Overall, Vikram is not just a movie, it is an experience not to be missed, especially so if you love action movies. What a visionary director Lokesh Kanagaraj is. While shooting for Vikram, he was also planning, he was preparing the base for more intense sequels and spin-offs to come in future. Was he visualizing Vikram while he was shooting Kaithi? I don't know. Maybe. I just loved his world of Vikram. I just loved Lokesh Kanagaraj's universe. For this highly engaging and entertaining movie, Vikram, on my scoreboard, I would go with a liberal 10 out of 10. Thanks for watching my video. If you loved my video, kindly like, share and subscribe to my channel. I'll catch up with you all in my next video with yet another movie review. Until then, do take care. Goodbye. Namaste.